Hey everybody, good morning. It's Joran. It's Thursday, September 30th, and I'm here at the home office. And I just got off a phone call with my good friend and collaborator Jeff, who was talking to me about time and the important versus urgent matrix and about how things were stacked on top of each other. And he was having to make decisions about things that he thought were incorrect or inappropriate because things were made out of a sense of urgency or a sense of importance that were maybe temporal or temporary. Um, and we got into a conversation about time blocking. And I want to talk a little bit about what happened on the call because I had a realization. If you're watching, please say hello in the comments. Leave me a comment and let me know that you're watching, or if you're watching a replay, let me know that too. He told me about what that felt like, and I immediately put my coaching hat on and I said, "Here's what I recommend." Right? It's just a reflex. I put the coaching hat on, and I went into my spiel that I've gone into 100 times before about time blocking and the importance of time blocking, and that you need to make time for making time, and that if it's not on your calendar, it's not real, and that everything should be, whether it's going to the grocery store or driving or picking up the kids or meeting with the client or qualifying the lead or sending the newsletter or delivering the job, whatever it is, that should be on the calendar. Everything should be color coded and blocked and appropriately on the calendar where it needs to be. And you need to make time and set time aside to do that, right? This is what I tell people. This is what I've coached people on for years, is that you set up some time, either Monday or Sunday or whenever that is, to look at the week ahead, and you make time to make time. But what I realized in telling him this is that I was I was lying. Like, that's not how I do it. I think I've been in the habit and the rhythm of telling this story because it's worked for people. People have tried that. They've set aside some time for time blocking on Sundays or Mondays in the beginning of the week, and that's worked for them. And or they've gotten up every morning and looked at their calendar and checked in at the beginning of every day so that none of this stuff is coming up as a surprise to them. And that's been helpful. It's worked for them. But I realized in telling this to Jeff in for the 100th time I've said it out loud. Jen's home. Hey, Jen. That I was lying. I was lying to him. I wasn't telling him the truth about what I do. That's not what I do. I don't sit down on a Sunday night. I'm in bed watching Netflix on a Sunday night. I don't set aside time on a Monday to do that. I am catching up on emails on a Monday, right? So I wasn't being honest. I wasn't speaking for myself. So I think it's time to talk about how I actually do it. And maybe once again somebody can learn from it. But the way I do it is that I am obsessed with time blocking. I don't think there's a time when I'm not time blocking. I am always on my phone. The calendar app is literally the top left app. It's the very first app on my phone. I'm always in the calendar app. It's like a freaking video game. I'm in there moving stuff around and sliding things to other days if they're not going to work. Um, I'm obsessed with time blocking. I'm always doing it. It's a habit, it's a behavior, it's an action. It's not a block of time for me. It's just something that I do. And I love it. I love doing it. I love moving stuff around and knowing what's going to happen next. The downside of it, not the downside, the flip side is that if somebody asks me what I'm doing on a Tuesday, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing on Tuesday. Not only is my schedule always in motion, but I don't hold those dates and times in my head. I don't have to. I have a device that holds those for me. So uh, I can pull up my phone and tell you what I'm doing on Tuesday, but I don't carry it around. The brain is not meant or intended to carry around dates, times, deadlines, timelines, things like that. So I thought it was time I came clean about the way I manage my time. And I'm going to be better going forward about coaching people, not only coaching people on what will work for them, and asking the right questions, and getting to the heart of what's really stopping them from playing with time, creating time, making time to create that time, forming the habit to create time and play with time. I told Jeff today, it's like, in video games, there's God mode, right? Where you're able to create that world and, uh, you know, produce the environment around you, or the results or the outcomes that you want to create, because you are able to play with time and environment and starting points and end points. And that's what I feel like I'm doing every time I'm in my calendar. I'm in God mode. I'm creating the world and the life that I want. So I'm going to continue to coach people to do that for themselves, but I'm also vowing today, on Thursday, September 30th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that I will also be more forthcoming about my actual story and how I actually do it. Because I do feel I have a healthy obsession with my calendar app. And for the best, in the best possible way. So if you're watching this video, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to see a hello, leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, let me know. And I want to hear in the comments from you all about your relationship with your calendar app, with your calendar in general. Because I've also talked to people who use that calendar on their desktop, but they never once look at it on their phone, and vice versa. They look at things and dates on their phone, but when they are in front of their computer, they never pull up the calendar. I have a pinned tab on my Chrome browser that is my calendar. It's always open. I can always pull it to the front. I've got email, calendar, drive. There are 3 pinned tabs that are always open. And like I said, that app is the top left corner of my screen on my phone. It's always a click away. I'm always in it. I'm always moving things around. What is your relationship like with your calendar? Where is it on your device? Which devices are they on? How often are you in there? What's the habit or the behavior that you have around calendaring and around time chunking? And how does it feel when you are doing it? And how does it affect? What is your image of the way that it affects or has rippled through not only your home life, but your work life, and affected your business? The way that you manage your time. I want to hear from you all. All right, that was it. Have a great Thursday and an amazing weekend. Love you all. Bye.